I'm a king, bro. I'm not gonna just give it to some just freaking roach.
If you're using your social media to post pictures of your baby, but you don't be showing your man,
I mean, that's obviously a problem.
that's just a little weird.
While you playing hard to get, there's gonna be a female who is amazing, who's bad, who has a lot of great qualities, and she gonna take them from your ass.
Go get it.
She gonna take them from your ass. Why you over here thinking you cute with your breast thing? All right, guys, welcome back to the Love and Hustle Show. We're now on a new channel. We're on the Love and Hustle YouTube.
That's right.
Before we were on Jayla's channel, you guys can hit the link in the bio to go to her channel, and then I have my own channel. But now Love and Hustle, it's his own thing. You know why? Because this is a huge part of our life. And since it's such a huge part of our life, we felt like it needed its own thing. We're always loving. Obviously, there's a baby in the room. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. That's new.
Very new.
Look at this little thing. How old is this little thing right here?
10 days old.
Okay, so we got the love. And we always hustling, baby. You know what I'm saying? We don't play light. You know what I mean? We're in our 20s. We're millennials, but we don't go around. You feel me? We get money hardcore. Okay, so you got love, you got hustle. We be talking about it together. We work together.
And I gotta warm up her bottle.
Okay, she's got to warm up her bottle real quick. And so
Hold on 1 second.
she's going to do that, and then she's going to come right back in the shot because we got a lot to talk to you guys about today. Mainly social media and how it can ruin your relationship. Okay, that's one thing we're going to talk about. Another thing we're going to talk about is starting a new family. Now we're probably going to save that, like the brunt of that one, for maybe its own episode, because that's huge in and of itself. But social media, man, how it can screw up your relationship. It's not cool. You know, it really, really isn't. And I think that people don't really talk about the significance that social media has on a relationship because they don't even know. Mm-hmm. You've grown up in a world where potentially your first boyfriend or your first serious relationship, you know, was on social media. So you don't know what it's like to be in a relationship not on social media. But trust me, it's beautiful. It can work amazing when you're not having to share your partner, when you're not sneak dissing them, when you're not comparing them to somebody else. When you remove your entire idea of a relationship from social media, more than likely you start to do better, because social media is not built for relationship advice. You might be able to find some good channels here and there, but even then there's so much contradiction. So we want to talk to you guys about how to have a beautiful, wonderful relationship off social media, excluding social media entirely, but then also how to have a beautiful relationship. If you're on social media, you're sharing your partner, you're looking at some things that, you know, maybe your partner doesn't want you to look at. I don't know. So, you know, we're going to be talking about the whole thing. How you doing, boo?
I'm doing great. Just
when's our anniversary?
Girl under control. Tomorrow, August 23rd. We've been together for 5 freaking years.
Hey, let's talk about that.
Woo!
Because we've done it. We've become financially successful, and we're in the most love that we've ever been in the history of our relationship, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we're going to talk about bad advice too, because a lot of people get advice from people on social media
for everything, but specifically since we're talking about relationships today, relationship advice from people who have no validation to say anything about any kind of relationship because they ain't even in one. One. Or two, they in a situation, or it's just, man, to go to social media for advice is like going to social media to find a good quote on how to change your life. Like
it's stupid. It's just like, okay, good quote, and then you move on and you forget about it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you're getting advice from people who ain't even in good relationships. You're getting advice from people who are telling you how to be a man, and it's like, okay, you're telling me how to be a man. Well, the purpose of a man, in my opinion, is yes, to provide and all these things, but you're talking about men and how men should be with women in a relationship, and y'all not even in relationships, or y'all relationships, we don't even know how your relationship is. That's how people get hoodwinked. You get all these dudes talking about how to be with a woman, but they woman nowhere to be found. Why? If you so good, if your girl's so in love with you, put it on camera. Let's hear a witness.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Everybody knows Kevin Samuels, right? I just think it's interesting how he never showed his girl. Does he even have a girl?
Man, look, bro.
So that's the thing. Like
my guy is coming from a different angle that no one has ever took. Okay, he's going after the women. You know what I'm saying? And going after them hard. I mean, he's called chicks Barry Sanders. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, cool. He's saying things that are dope, 100%.
Like what?
He's saying stuff like I think high value men and the idea of a high value man is important. Now, here's the deal. He hasn't really hit the men as hard as he hit the women, because a lot of dudes think they got it going on when they really don't. And so some dudes can't really provide like that, and he puts them in their place. So I like that. So I think when you are labeled a high value man, I think it's a connotation that is well deserved. You know what I'm saying? So I like that he came with that. That was dope. I think it's well deserved. It's a different angle. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women want high value men like myself.
It's a very, very desirable trait for a woman to be attracted to a high value man. However, the contingencies that come up, with that are most of the time pretty sad for, the woman, because high value men really have a huge ego, and they feel like they deserve whatever and can do whatever. And as a woman, you can't allow that. But at the same time, Kevin Samuels' opinion, high value men can do whatever they want with anyone at any time. They have the right. They're taking care of the house. They're paying the bills. But at the end of the day, I'm a new mom with a beautiful baby. A beautiful baby. And take care of this household, is a job in itself. I feel like there are roles that need to be met. When you are in a relationship with someone, Cleveland, as a high status man, he has his role. And to be honest with you, if he's not playing his role right, you're just not, yourself. If I'm not playing my role, then, I can't be the best that I can be. Basically, what I'm trying to say is each of our roles are just as important. 100%. And I feel like Kevin Samuels 100%. Downplays the role of a woman. I agree with that. And that is where a lot of women get pissed off, because the way he makes it seems is that the man is the most significant entity of a relationship. And it is the case, because, you look at the wilderness. Cleveland always likes to break it down to the most, naturalistic form of life, which is if we were existing in the jungle, as a woman, you can only do so much. You can only cut so much wood to make the fire. You have so much strength. But if you have a man, you're able to survive a lot longer. And I agree with that. Every woman definitely needs a man. But we are just as important as you. 100%. Now, here's the thing. I think Kevin Samuels thinks the motherly role is extremely important. I think he does believe that role is important. He thinks everyone else downplays that role. I'm gonna see if your bottle's ready. All right. He talks about how the woman should stay in her lane and the man should stay in his. But I think women don't want that lane because they don't look at that lane as significant. It's like, okay, you're a stay-at-home mom. That's not like praise. That's not people. When people say that, it's not like that's something that people are like astounded or they're like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. No one thinks that. Everyone thinks, oh, bet, that's dope. It looks like your man doesn't make you have to work. But being a stay-at-home mom and making sure Bliss is highly intelligent, making sure Bliss has all the things that she needs to, be raised and reared properly, that's going to come from me. That's going to come from Jayla. And just tending to her on a consistent basis and not throwing her off to some random stranger in some bullshit school. That's not nothing we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We gotta figure out exactly the role we're gonna take, but we got a few years, thankfully. But Bliss ain't gonna be thrown in no regular degular school with a bunch of other regular degular kids. I mean, she is going to be
ultra excellent, ultra high level. She's not going to touch the primordial education system of the United States, regardless if we're in the number one county in the state. You know what I'm saying? So all I was saying was, Kevin Samuels doesn't downgrade it. Everybody else downgrades the role of a woman. Women downgrade the role of women. How do I know that? Because if a woman saw the importance of raising a child, she wouldn't go be like, but I need a job too, to really have some type of feeling that I am successful. Mm-hmm. They would get their success from being a mom and being an excellent mom. But women don't think like that right now. That's why he's like, y'all got it effed up. So again, you know what I'm saying? He has good advice. He has some advice that's a little bit different. That's definitely considered bad advice, depending on who you are. And that's just something that, again, social media, getting your advice from random people. Then there's these guys fresh and fit. You know what I mean? One of the dudes is talking shit about buying, buying women or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then dude is on Seeking Arrangements. It's this little podcast or whatever that personally, in my opinion, both of the cats are whack. But
what is it?
I mean, it's a podcast. They got a podcast. They bring on a bunch of floozies that they just find off the street and just go, okay, what's your opinion? And these women have no education. Meanwhile, they're researching all night, like all the statistics on men and mental health and all these other things. And then they go get women that have almost no capacity to communicate, women off of OnlyFans, you know what I mean? And he wants to debate them. Bro, that's not who you should be debating. These girls aren't that's not their day-to-day. Your day-to-day is to try to outsmart people and shit. So get somebody on your platform that has some cahoots about them, and then we can see if you guys are really that intelligent. But to me, one looks like what's the name? A nematode, and then the other one looks like Aladdin broke-ass hair receding cousin.
Oh my God.
Nevertheless, I'm talking about bad advice, getting bad advice from social media, from people who don't have or are not in successful relationships. It doesn't make sense. Get relationship advice from people in successful relationships that you seek. That's just the transparency that you really want anyway. It's easy to kind of just say whatever you want to say and be like, this is how you should be. But then in your life, you're not even doing that. Because if you were, then again, I would feel like you would have something. Like a lot of these guys that are talking about relationships, they're not in their 20s. They're in their 30s and 40s and 50s. Okay, then show us the proof. Show us the receipts.
One relationship that I love is Elena and Grant Cardone, because they live what they say like every single day, and they show their whole family. They show them, teaching their little girl how to do sales calls and shit. Like you actually are in their life and you see it. So I think people can talk a lot on social media, not show anything.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I had an instance recently where I hired somebody to be, a certain role in my life, and I didn't ask for any credentials or validation, and the person was not even completely, legit, because no one questions anything anymore as deeply as you had to back in the day. Like everybody just is on social media. You see somebody you're attracted to, you take their advice. But when it comes to relationships, like, damn, can we get some evidence that you actually have validation to give this advice?
Right. And again, we're only talking about the people that are trying to give all this advice. What do you got? You know what I mean? What do you really got? There's a lot of these, women empowerment, like talking about, there's a lot of these podcasts with women giving advice about how to get a good man. But then at the same time, they're talking about how they just gotten some nasty threesome. You be listening to all these crazy podcasts with women saying nasty, crazy stuff.
I feel like
I'm
there's
just like,
more nasty podcasts nowadays than ever before. Why are women always been this crazy?
Yeah, they're just kind of doing their thing. All right, so let's talk about running your relationship on social media, right? So a lot of times people who are in a relationship and they are showing their significant other, or sometimes they're not. That's a problem too. Should you put your relationship out there? And what if you're a person, how should someone fix the problem of, hey, you're not showing me on your social media, and one person in a relationship is always putting that person in their stories and on their timeline and so on and so forth. How do you fix that? Is that anything to fix? Should that person just be okay with like, hey, look, I'm not gonna post you. That's just not how I do it. Meanwhile, the girl is like posting her mans all over the place. That's another problem that exists when you have your relationship on socials.
Well, I think more women post a man than a man posts a woman. And I think that it is a red flag. Like, okay, if your man ain't posting you, then to me personally, I'm like, why? What's up? Especially if we've been together for a long time. Mm-hmm. Because I know a few women that definitely, I'm like, why is your man not posting you? That's just a little weird. So honestly, I feel like that's something you should establish at the beginning of the relationship, because that's something that I wouldn't let fly. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. If I'm a guy and I know I'm not going to be posting my chick a lot, I'm going to be like, hey, yo, look, by the way, I don't be putting my relationship out there. I don't do that. You can post me all you want, though. I'm cool. Or he might be like, I don't want you to post me like that. Y'all got to figure that out.
We were posting each other early on in our relationship.
I mean, just how I moved. I was cool with it.
That's just how I moved, too.
Yeah. So. We didn't really care that much.
So I guess it's really just all about how you move. But at the end of the day, come on now. If you've been together for a long time, post your girl.
All right. Next thing, stop sneak dissing your boo in the close friends. Whenever females be going through something, they be finding all these posts about how niggas ain't doing them right. That's wrong too.
It's repost too.
And it's always a repost.
It's always a repost.
In the close friends. These girls be putting me in their close friends.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I just found out that Cleveland be having females who
No. Okay, there you
Cleveland has females who have put him in his close friends, and the things that they post on their close friends, it's just very personal, nasty, insinuating something to him. I don't know how many men they have in their close friends.
That's true too.
You may be the only one, you may not be, but what the hell? Where did this come from? That's a whole thing in itself. That's so weird.
That's not that weird. They obviously feel like I need to see something and they're trying to express it to me and they want me to respond.
Personally, I think that's weird. If I'm attracted to somebody,
I'm just kidding. It is weird.
If I'm attracted to somebody, you're gonna know. If I'm attracted to somebody, they're trying to, beat around the bush when they do that. Like, if they want you to see something, if they have something to say, they can just say it rather than just being like, oh, let me put you on my close friends.
They know I'm in a relationship, so you're not gonna just say it. Okay, so if you're attracted to somebody in a relationship, you're not gonna just say it. You're gonna do subliminal things.
But if you're gonna be conniving, just be conniving. Like,
no, I mean that's not gonna happen. No, that's what you want. It's just not gonna happen.
That's
People are
just
sneaky.
how I think.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I doubt it. All right. Anyway, stop doing that. Stop sneak dissing your man or your female in the close friends.
I'm the one that the reason why we're together is because of me.
I know.
Okay.
All right.
So that validates my point.
Well, no, that's because you're crazy, and she was. All right, we'll talk about that later. She hawked me down. But you acting like you hawked. Okay, you talked to me first, but you hawked. Of course you did. Of course you did. You knew what was going on. You knew I was out here. You knew I was doing my thing. You said, yeah.
I knew you were out here.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? You moved from Colorado to be with me. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You already knew what time it was. You saw a real one. You saw a real one and you snapped it up. That's another thing, females. If you know there's a dude out there who is, she's a 10. Obviously, look how beautiful she is. So she was like, okay, I need to find a 10 in Atlanta. And there was only one. And that was me. And so she said, you know what? She said, you know what? I can't just, you know what I'm saying? I'm done. I don't really care to keep being out here, keep meeting lame ass dudes. If you really like a dude, stop playing hard to get, because at the end of the day, if he's a high status guy, there's a lot of chicks after him. Meanwhile, you playing hard to get, there's gonna be a female who is amazing, who's bad, who has a lot of great qualities, and she gonna take them from your ass.
Go get her.
She gonna take them from your ass. Why you over here thinking you cute with your breath stink?
And your booty almost stink.
Okay, so clean yourself up, bro. You was not that cute. You better go find you a good man and stop waiting around. I'm serious.
Because the good men we know are hard to find. So when you find them, catch them.
That's right. That's a lot of y'all's problem. Y'all just be letting one of them to come to you. It ain't gonna happen, boo. It ain't gonna happen. She did the right thing. She said, you know what?
They might come to you.
You can talk like that, but you did your thing. You know what I'm saying? You was like, yo, Cleveland, what it is. I said, all right, let's do it.
That's just me. That's my personality.
Cool. All right, they need to do that too because it worked for you. You got you a little baby. You got you a man that's never gonna leave you. You better tell them what you did. Instead of being like, girl, it's cool. You can just wait. Having her looking stinking old with no man. Talking about I'm independent. Well, of course you're independent. You can't have kids no more.
I didn't say wait. I said catch him if you can.
All right. Shoot, man.
What's next?
What's next is not focused on yourself. When you focus, people be focused on other people's relationship more than they be focused on their relationship. Their relationship will be going through the fire and the flames. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, they tweeting and reposting people like this is such a beautiful. This is such a beautiful couple. like, girl, what's wrong with you? Your crazy ass. You better worry about your beautiful couple before you be beautifully single. You know what I mean?
I think the weirdest thing on social media, the thing that it's like just makes me really understand how basic people are and how they just go with the flow and the propaganda is because everybody just be reposting other people's shit.
People ain't creative.
No one has their own opinion or voice or personality anymore. Everybody just posting everybody's opinions and quotes and all this shit.
It's a herd mentality. That's all it is. It's gonna work in our favor
like,
too.
Damn.
Shoot. Because people so simple-minded, they just gonna do whatever. They just gonna do what everybody else doing.
Might be like, well, I don't want to, be so transparent. I don't want all my business on social media. Well, it's like, why are you on social media then? That's just how I think. To look at other people,
are you basically saying? No, listen. Are you saying if you're a woman and you're in a beautiful relationship or whatever? Are you saying but you're always on social media posting everything but your relationship? That's weird. Are you saying that?
Yeah. Personally, I think that's just a little weird. Because why don't you show your relationship? Maybe you're shy or introverted, but
I mean, people can do whatever they want.
They can do.
So I get that, but I understand why it's like, oh damn, you've had a man this whole time. Some people literally just use their social media for business.
Yeah. That's a whole other. I get that, but if you're using your social media to post pictures of your baby, but you don't be showing your man,
I mean, that's obviously a problem.
That's just a little weird.
That's not weird. There's a problem. If you got nothing but your baby, I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna say it, man. I gotta put on my savage glasses real quick. I'm about to be savage. Listen.
Savage. You're a savage.
Listen. If I go to your timeline and I see nothing but a baby, and I don't see no baby daddy,
I know a lot of women like that though.
There's a problem.
But it's not. It's sad because a lot of women are not in control.
I'm gonna say
that.
It sucks.
Sometimes, most of the times, it's not even their fault. They just got with a fuck.
Or there was a problem. But let's just hope you've learned. Or if you still with that man, you better go find that man and make that family because we ain't got no time for no more, single family households. If y'all got a kid and y'all are both still single and y'all both still kind of miss each other, you better go get back with that dude. I don't care how sorry he is. I care a little bit, but come on, y'all can fix it. Y'all need to level up. Give him some books. I got some books he can read on how to, become a man. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's going to be required. All right. Let's see. You got anything?
I think overall, it is important to know who you are before you get on social media. And especially if you're in a relationship, because how you are in your life is how you're going to be on your social media. Me and Cleveland, we're very transparent. That's why you see all of us and our baby and what we're doing and his moves, my moves. You know, I cook a lot. Everybody knows that. I be working out. I show Blissy. I'm about to have a birth story that Cleveland's about to edit. He shot a beautiful video of me and just my whole story. But that's because we know who we are and we've always enjoyed being in front of the camera. You know, and at the end of the day, it's about setting boundaries and having open communication before you get on social media, because it could be very troublesome.
We transparent because I don't care. You saying it's transparency, it's me not caring. It's me with a camera and I have a baby in my house right now. So what? This is just who I am right now with a baby and you. I have my baby.
That's true.
I have you and I don't care. Mm-hmm. This is just what I want to do right now. And what is she going to do? What am I going to do? Have her over there in some little contraption? Now what you're not going to do is have your boobies on camera.
I'm about to figure this out.
I'm just kidding. I can do it. Okay, hold on. You got it. You have a way better position. Mommies know how to hold the baby to where she is just so comfortable. You know, I've been working out, so you know what I'm saying? It's that diesel. It's that diesel making it a little uncomfortable.
The diesel.
It's the diesel. But look, man, this is just what it is. So this is who I am. I'm just expressing myself how I want to. Jayla's down with it. She's expressing herself how she wants to. And this is just what we do. How do you express yourself? Mm-hmm. Be who you want to be, but don't be a million different people all at once. You got to pick and choose. There's some great advice that's on social media about relationships. There really is. There's certain things that me and Jayla have picked up, you know, from social media. But the problem is we are just learning animals and we know how to take information and use it. Whether it's through raising our child the right way, whether it's through strengthening our bond and connection the right way. We don't just have all of this information, all these reposts, all these quotes all over the place, all in our head. You know, we have a structured outline of how we feel like we want things to be, and we get confidence from that outline based on what we see out there. But we don't pick a million, we don't pick one guy, you know, we don't pick 1,000. We go to the right people. So y'all need to go to the right people. Stop running to folks who ain't in good relationships talking about, see, that's what I'm talking about. Meanwhile, dude is lonely as a motherfucker. What you mean? Okay, what? You want to be a player right now? Okay, so you got good relationship advice, but you ain't in a relationship because you want to be a player. All right, well, shit, that don't make sense to me neither. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, fellas, God dang. Fellas, you know, when you come to Love and Hustle, I'm gonna really just tell you what it is. You're gonna really have to calm down. A lot of dudes, here's the thing, I was always focused. Before I had Jayla, I was focused. Would I have fun every now and then? Yeah, but I wasn't out chasing no females at all. Never was that. It's never existed. In my whole life, was never chasing no chick, period, ever. When I saw a beautiful woman that had all the qualities that I felt like I wanted, obviously it worked out. You know what I'm saying? We 5 years into it, beautiful baby, strongest relationship we've ever had in our life. But I knew what I wanted and I waited on that for a while. You know what I mean? So people giving relationship advice or people looking for relationship advice, if you're really not in that season to have a relationship, don't even worry about it. But at the same time, bros, don't be out there trying to smash every chick. You need to be focused on getting this bread right now. What's the girl got to do with anything? You need to be doing your work, whatever that is. And if a chick comes along and she's giving you attention because you're becoming the man, all right. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have fun, whatever. But after that, that's all that was. Keep moving. I think dudes get so caught up in females and put them so high on a pedestal that they start asking questions like, how I find a good chick? What you mean, bro? A good chick will come to you because you're the man. What are you talking about? You thinking she's so high and mighty? Bro, she's coming into your kingdom, bro. That's what's about to happen.
Just like
you have to build one.
In the wild, the female finds the alpha male and they come to them, like, because...
Or the alpha male proves himself to be the alpha male.
Exactly. And we fight. We fight over you when we find you.
God dang. All right. What we doing? We want another one then. I see that. Okay.
2 years. 2 years.
There we go.
Sneaky. But yeah, like he said, the Love and Hustle show, this is just all about speaking realness about relationships, contrary to popular belief, because most of the time, you know, the advice you're getting when it comes to relationships and love and getting to the money together, it just, you know, Cleveland and I started this show because we just don't see a lot out there that, you know, kind of reflects how we live our life and people, you know, we would kind of associate ourselves with. We feel like we're just in our own, you know, little niche. And I feel like our audience is going to be the people who are like me in Cleveland, because you watch what you're attracted to. And hopefully, you know, there's some couples out there that can relate to us and, you know, just growing together as Cleveland and I do, pushing each other so hard every day to just be the best that we can be, because we're just so privileged to be here right now in this moment. You know,
I'm just grateful to be here. You know what I mean? I'm grateful to be with a beautiful chick every day that loves me and that wants to take care of me and wants to take care of my family. When I say take care of me, I mean really take care of me. I'm not talking play, take care of me. I'm not talking she's just fine, neither. I'm talking I was getting massages every day up until the pregnancy, and I didn't have to ask for them at all. Your chick ever just come with oils and turns on some Tibetan, you know what I'm saying, string music and dims the lights and start massaging you for 20 minutes? Does that happen for you? It probably don't, because again, she's out there, but you ain't messing with her, because when you can get that, your mind's relaxed. You realize, okay, cool, the hunt is over. And that time in my life where I was looking for chicks or playing around, it was cool. It was fun. But damn, okay, I get to fulfill my man obligations with this wonderful woman. Boom, I can lay that whole journey to rest, journey complete. Now look how focused I can be on building my shit up, because I know I got a chick that can take care of my spot. Now I can be so focused on my work. You know what I mean? That's how I've looked at the whole situation. That's why I've never cared to play around with a bunch of different dummies. Straight doofuses. These dudes are out here messing with. What are you talking about? Why, bro? That's my energy. I'm a king, bro. I'm not gonna just give it to some just freaking roach. No, I'm gonna work on my thing, and if I get attention from the right one, I'm like, all right, yeah. Boom, you know what I mean? Just like that. Boom, baby. What's next? We out, but that's Love and Hustle. You know what I mean? We've covered everything, honey. I think this was a phenomenal episode. We were sipping wine the whole time. Let's toast real quick.
Well, I was sipping grape juice because, you know, I'm pumping and feeding.
That's true. Hey, toast to what?
Toast to all the real ones who are really thriving and growing in your relationship.
In real life.
Taking the time to really, really be like, look, honey, this is where I want to go. This is what I want to do with you. Let's get it. And they bring the energy every day, day one. That's who we're toasting to just elevate.
Folks, in real relationships, making real shit happen, in real love, not on the internet talking about gossiping, bullshit, Real life people, bro, with real babies. All right,
this is not a fake baby.
This ain't a fake. This is a beautiful, beautiful, blissful little baby right here.
Cheers. Cheers to our love, and we will see you next time.
Peace
on
out.
Another episode of the Love and Hustle Show.
Ooh, my knee hurts so bad.
Give me a massage.
Oh, yes, please.